Welcome back to PC Hoops with Coach Kim English, and joining us now is the head man himself of your Friars. And Kim, before we look back at the game that was and look ahead, I know you can't talk specifically about recruits, but you're in the car. I mean, at this time of the year, it never stops for you from a recruiting standpoint.
No, yeah, I can't talk about this one. You know, he signed. I'm headed. I'm in Springfield, Mass, about to watch Jalen Harrell. They're playing Worcester Academy in a championship game. So I'm sitting outside of Western New England University, about to watch Cats Academy in Worcester. Hook it up.
Good deal. And looking back at the game yesterday, I know you talked about, some of the flaws that happened, but having an opportunity to go back and watch the film, was there anything else that stood out to you, whether it be good, whether it be bad?
Yeah, did some good stuff offensively. And as far as shot creation went, but the turnovers were just too much, and the foul line shooting was too much to overcome. 4 for 11, 17 turnovers is not going to get you many wins, especially on the road.
And when you mention turnovers, and I'm sure from a fan standpoint, they keep listening. They're just like, oh, he says it after every game. And from a coaching standpoint, I'm sure you're sick and tired of having to say it. How do you try to find that balance of getting in your player's head and being like, hey, look, we got to limit that, but at the same time, too, not letting them overthink too much and just being able to go out there and play?
Yeah, it's a balance. That's a great question. If I had the answer, we turn the ball over less. We work on passing, work on value in the ball, sureness every day. In drills, in practice. It's punitive practice. Watching on film, it's just something we have to keep working to get better and better at.
You mentioned the fluidity on offense after the game. How do you carry that over and just continue to hopefully build off of that as you get ready for what you called a new season, being 0-0?
Yeah, I think we will. I mean, it's just it's great vibes whenever you get the chance to play in Madison Square Garden. Playing a great offensive team in Butler, it'll be a lot of possessions. Butler, similar to us, they don't force a lot of turnovers. So hopefully we can take care of the ball against those guys and get to play in front of our fans in a great venue.
You mentioned the fans. We saw it the last regular season game at home. Obviously, it's been a tough season at times, but to see their support, and I'm sure they're going to go out there, what does it mean to this team? Because it feels like when they do play in front of them, there's just some type of extra energy that you guys play with.
Yeah, it's been one of the most consistent things we've had this season. The support of our fan base, they've been there, they've been loud. And we're incredibly thankful to them. We'll know it'll be a contingent in New York on Wednesday. If we win, there'll be more on Thursday. And we know if we win on Thursday, they'll come down in droves for Friday night, just as they did last season.
Kim, what are some of the pros and cons when you are going up against a team that you've played twice already this season? Because both of you guys know each other pretty well.
Well, I mean, it's equal on both sides. They know us just as well as we know them. That's the beauty of a league like the Big East. Everyone has played everyone twice, true round robin slate of games. It feels like an NBA game in these scenarios, or an NBA playoff games. Like we don't have to introduce Pierre Brooks or Jamal Telford or Bizjack or Brooks Koepke, Andre Screen. We don't have to introduce these guys to our players. They know them. They know them from playing them twice. They watch Big East games. We get to watch Butler as we're preparing to play Xavier. Mm-hmm. It's just so I had a coach in the NBA, John Lawyer, when he'd be going over personnel, he had a line that I love. He used to always say, his game. His game. And it's right. You think about how many times Tayshaun Prince has played against LeBron James. And that's similar with these guys.
I know injuries have plagued you guys all season long. Where is the health of this team as you head into the Big East tournament?
Yeah, guys are a little banged up, but everyone is. We've not used our injuries as an excuse. We had a disappointing season, because of us, because we didn't live up to our own standards. The struggles this season, you'll never hear me. It's a lot. We underachieved in spite of the injuries. But the guys are ready to go.
And I know it's okay. We got to take care of business first. We got to do what we got to do against Butler. But when you go into a tournament like this, what's the message to the team, knowing that it is going to be a gauntlet if you are able to win one game and then just continue to go down the line?
Yeah, I mean, survive and advance. It's not much to talk about. You got 40 minutes. You got 40 minutes or your season's over. And hope our guys take heed to that.
And lastly, Coach, just being able to play at the Mecca. You mentioned it. You guys have done it before. Having that experience, because I'm sure, and every team's been able to play it at that stadium. But just being able to already have been through there, already going through it, they're not going to get so caught up looking at let's look up at the rafters and look at this. Just having that experience, how beneficial can that be as well?
Yeah, I don't think they ever get caught up in it. It's a great venue. We've played well there. We've played well there pretty consistently, and excited to get another crack at it. It's the best basketball arena in the world.